Welcome into 7, 8, and 9 on the Scene Project Sports Network. I am your host, Bubba Startz, and we are about to have some fun tonight. We got the full crew on for the show. I am joined, as always, by my co-host, Big B. B, what's shaking up there in Minnesota today?
The weather was pretty good today, but this whole week has been a sports lover's dream. If you like baseball, you got baseball action, you got basketball playoffs, hockey playoffs, and of course, if you're a wrestling fan like myself, we got WrestleMania 42 going on in the background. So, but outside of that, just ready to talk some ball. There's some exciting games today, plus this weekend, so can't wait to touch base on all of them.
Yes, sir. My Cubbies got a extra innings W today. We're going to talk more about that as we go on. Shady's with us.
At least the Dodgers lost. That's all that matters.
Well, we're going to get to that too. What's happening, Shady?
What's good, boys? How are we?
We're good, man. How are you doing?
Hey, we're coming in hot. We're coming in 14-7 hot, baby. Atlanta Braves leading it. Are we first? We're first in the whole MLB with 14-7, ain't we? But we're doing good, man. Enjoying the weekend, watching some games, rounding it up. It's cool down here in the South. How are we out there?
For me today, it was balmy, I guess we would call it. 55 after being like in the 30s and 40s this weekend, after being 80 on like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday last week.
Yeah, bro.
And then we're back to 80 tomorrow. So this is pretty typical March, April weather for us. But I'm going to bring in Pods, man. Pods was out golfing today, and I'm jealous as hell. Pods, what's shaking, buddy?
Not much. I couldn't help but notice B there mentioning my Dodgers losing to the Rockies twice in 2 nights. Yeah. Our pitching needs some work.
The dynasty's over. It's over. Can't beat the Rockies.
Oh, my God.
We're
20 games in. The dynasty's over.
It'd be nice.
But no. It would be, but we all know Dodgers will come back. They got that stud up. They got the MVP and possibly Cy Young Award winners right there. So
got a cheat code is what you mean.
Are sweating too much.
Yeah. Let me just say this. I am so grateful to be witnessing this era of Dodger baseball, considering just how mismanaged the Dodgers were back in the late 2000s and the 2000s of early, when we got rid of Johnson after we went and won our division at 86 games and they got rid of him. So,
well, now
it's nice.
The business plan seems pretty easy now. Spend all the money on all the best players and win some freaking World Series. I mean, it seems pretty simple.
Hey, we just do what the Yankees did, but better, and we got better weather.
I will give you the better weather. I think that they have a few more series to go.
I will agree
before we compare.
No. I'm saying they do what the Yankees did, but we do it better in the modern day, and the Yankees haven't been able to do it since like 2006.
Well, because Steinbrenner's kid ain't Steinbrenner. That's the issue.
Just like Mark Davis's kid ain't Mark Davis.
No, exactly. Where do you guys want to start today? My Cubbies have been on a 5-game winning streak, crawling our way back into the NL Central. Shady mentioned his Braves out there doing big things. Dodgers, I don't think anybody's worried about that team. I
have somewhere to start, if y'all let me.
Let's go.
Padres on the West Coast have come back, and they are on a 4-game winning streak. Mason Miller, the Reaper, he is earning that name. The things that man is doing in the 8th and 9th inning is just electric. It feels like there's no hope whenever he enters the stadium and takes the mound. If he's in an opposing stadium, the air leaves the building. And when he comes out to Petco, it's like everybody is hopped up on coffee, iced mocha, and a whole lot of caffeine just flowing.
So we're talking all this shit about the Dodgers losing 2 games. They are still top in the league at 15-6 with a 714 win percentage.
Yeah.
Suck it, Shady.
Yeah. We're there. We're in the bottom of the second.
Hey, what the Braves are doing is no joke, though. Like, half their roster's injured.
Look at the standings.
Go ahead, B.
Yeah. But if you look at the standings, what about the Brewers? 12-9 and sitting tied for last place in the Central.
Yeah, but that division is just tight. I mean, there's only 2 games. The Cubs are tied with them at 12-9. The Reds are leading the division at 14-8. So the NL Central just doesn't have any teams. I think that's going to be wild. If Pittsburgh,
That's a wide open division.
I think Cincinnati's for real. They came on strong last year. The Cardinals, I don't know. That organization's
cool.
hard. They are really strong for a while and then kind of dip off. The Cubs, I think, are going to pick it up. Notoriously slow starts for them with the weather being what it is in March and April in Chicago. But yeah, the Brewers play indoors, so they don't really have an excuse for a slow start up there. Is there, I think it's a little early to say that their kind of dominance in the NL Central is coming to a close, but I think that NL Central is just going to be like that all day. And the Cubs have had the benefit of beating up on the Phillies and the Mets the last couple of days and looking at their records. The Mets again today, 7-15. The Phillies, we got the Phillies in another 3-game series.
Are the Mets still on that losing streak?
Dude, the Mets could get beat.
The Cubs swept them this weekend, so
they could.
So what does that extend it to?
Oh, that's a good question. Here, let me slide this window over.
Shady, you're an NL East guy.
They've lost 11 in a row.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. At this point, they're saying they could get beat by the Savannah Bananas. I wish they wouldn't say that, but it's free advertising for the Bananas, and I'm not so sure I would disagree.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the Twins go to New York this week,
Go
so that Mets winning losing streak will probably end.
It might. Well, what about the Twins, B? Oh, we'll circle back to Mason Miller. He's right. That's probably the biggest story. But what about the Twins? They went on a tear.
They sure did.
Yeah,
still hanging 11-11. They're playing 500 ball in April.
Yeah,
I
Twins
think,
are twins.
And Minnesota's pissed. I think everyone in Minnesota is like, what the hell? We were supposed to suck this year. I sold off my season tickets for nothing. And then we're going to be good.
I'm catching that vibe from the Twins guys, man. Like, I was like, wait a minute. Everybody was
You can't make Minnesotans happy, man. You can't do it.
What a week could do.
Do it.
So what about old Mason Miller there? He has been, because they're not even keeping stats on Mason Miller's ERA or stuff right now. They're keeping stats on who's hit the ball.
Who's touched
his ERA is like zero. I think it's 0.
It's 0. He's not giving up a run. They're keeping up with hits.
I think he's faced 26, 27 batters now, and he's struck out at least 19 of them.
Yeah, I think 4 people have hit the ball off Mason Miller this year, which is good for you, Mason. I don't know what we did last offseason. If you had a death in the family, condolences from our show, because apparently nobody said anything to you. But we hope you're okay. If you need to reach out, we're always here for you. But you seem angry, and you may be carrying a little something on you. And if you take it out the whole season, 162 games, we will. You're requested to go to therapy, sir. Like, the dude is on fire.
With as strong as the rest of that pitching staff is, and how dangerous that lineup can be if it gets hot, San Diego has to be. You're hoping that they can take out the Dodgers and kind of leave it open out there moving into the playoffs. I mean, obviously, we're a long ways from that, but can they knock them off? Is anyone in the NL going to rival those 2 teams for the wild card spots? Right? Is there going to be 2 other teams that are good enough to push one of those teams out? It's hard to say that there will be. And honestly, on the outside looking in, you have the Arizona Diamondbacks, who had a pretty good run last year too, who might win 100 games and not make the playoffs, right? Like, I think you got a bunch of teams right now that are looking in that 90 plus wins, and it's going to be tough. I think the NL is going to be really, really strong this year. Just looking at it early, I think you're seeing a lot. Now, and I want to go back because I'm a little bit older than Pods is, and you too, Shady. But do you think that the competition in the NL, since they added the designated hitter on that side post-COVID, do you think that made a big difference in the competitive nature of the National League?
Go ahead, Pods.
Yes.
Change the game, right?
I really do. Yeah, because it brought something to the NL it brought consistency. You didn't have to worry about when you wanted to pull. And I mean, look at this designated hitter rule. It works out great for Shohei because Shohei can go out there and pitch, and then he can hit, and he doesn't have to get out of the lineup because then they can just treat the pitcher as a defensive replacement while still keeping him hitting in the DH spot.
I never
and that
thought
works
about
not just
that.
for the Dodgers, but great teams.
Right. Such a unique case there with Shohei being the best hitter in the league, but also being able to give you a bunch of really good innings. But when you pull the pitcher, you don't have to pull him out of the game. I'd never even considered that. That's wild. What an advantage.
Yeah.
What a great time for that kid to be born. And then like coming into the league as this is all materializing.
Yeah. I would agree. I would say, there was, I don't know. I was a kid of that too, though. It was fun watching like Madison Bumgarner right there at the end hit some home runs. Like we all kind of got pumped up about that for a minute.
Oh,
but we lose B.
I think we lost
he'll
B.
be back. He'll be back.
Like
My wife
Bumgarner.
says hi, boys.
Hey Danielle.
She can't wait to get together with everybody on the golf course. I know that.
Hey, there's always a
Danielle. You're gonna be golfing with my wife soon.
Yeah, shout out to Scotland. I don't know if she's still in the room with you, but we can't wait. We love having our wives affiliated with everything that we are doing, and very grateful. Hey, and the cat too. Cat's still hanging out.
Yep.
That's so good. If there was a camera on my wife, she would have all 3 cats probably.
Have a scarf.
Oh, there he is.
No, go well, and we'll get B's thoughts on this too, because he grew up a big a big fan of the Twins, who obviously play in the AL, and I can't wait to kind of get his thoughts on the other side of the coin, right? Where it's like you had something that made the AL unique, and now it's not anymore. It'd be interesting to talk. You guys go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna get some banners and some production stuff.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say now,
All
like the main thing, I like the '90s, like it was fun. Like watching Bumgarner hit, watching Cologne hit a home run, like it gave the opportunity for some big moments to happen. Yeah, the 40-year-old, but it was a killer because you were either sacrifice bunting or you just strike it out, and that was basically it. So
unless you were the Mets and you had Jacob deGrom, who used to play shortstop for Stinson. So
deGrom could hit. Wow, that's what I'm saying about Bumgarner, man. Bumgarner was the stuff, but nah, it's definitely
Danielle. I don't think you do. Bubba told me that you sink putts.
Yeah. She's got a dead eye, man. I'm telling you, you get a foursome together with her, and that's why I love the Skunk Classic setup. Shout out to our sponsors of our golf content.
Indeed.
But it's a co-ed tournament, so you have to have a female on, and having someone that just like was born with tiger vision is a huge asset. So
hear that, ladies? I need a partner. Hey, anybody?
Shady single. Let's find Shady a golf
Shady needs a partner, and Shady needs a shed.
I put that too far out on the internet. We just go play some golf. How about that? Let's just play some golf. I'm driving.
I got one thing to contribute before B gets back here. We talked about the NL West and Mason Miller's absolute run of just dominance. But one thing that I did notice too is I took some time. Joe Adell had that great 3-run robbing homer game for the Angels in the American League West. The American League West right now is wide open. The Astros and the Mariners have underperformed so far through the first 20 games, where your 3 top teams are the Athletics at the top. You've got the Angels right there and the Rangers right there. And those 3 teams are within 3 games of each other.
Yeah.
So who would have saw the Athletics being at the top of that division that the Astros and the Mariners typically have fought for, with the exception of the Rangers winning the World Series and dominating back in 23?
Yeah,
well, and no doubt the Mariners are suffering as Cal Raleigh bat just stays kind of ice cold, but you got to imagine that kids work together. Little inside baseball for y'all. Shady used to coach Cal back in the day. Taught him everything he knows, right?
Yeah, I ain't used that one yet. Yeah, I ain't used that one. No, yeah, I did. I coached Cal when he was back in high school at Smoky Mountain. But I mean, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I mean, you remember you gotta go back to the last game they played. You gotta go back to that interview with Brian Wu in the locker room when somebody in the background yelled the F word real loud. And I think it was Julio Rodriguez or something. They're coming off a hangover, man. They emptied the tank. Had their heart broke, which is fine. You know, they'll snap out of it. But like speaking about the Astros, Jordan's leading the league in home runs, so they're going to turn around eventually. Yeah, that one's going to come down to that's going to be the exhausted division. Whoever makes the playoffs, exhausted. That's what
I'll be honest. I hope just for the sake of legacy that it's the Angels so that we can see Trout in the playoffs.
That's a good point.
That would just.
I don't know. He's mine.
Think about this. They had Ohtani.
He's not making it the whole year.
For 5 seasons, 6 seasons, and they never once sniffed the playoffs.
I mean, I feel for the dude. Let me tell you a story, Pods. Let me tell you a little 6-second story here. Played for a team when I was growing up after the World Series. See that right there? They give you a gold medal when you go to that thing. Next team that we played for was called the Table Rock Falcons. You know how many games we won in 2 years, Pods? 1. The other team didn't show up. That's the only way we were winning, bro. We quit twice. I mean, it is crazy. I don't know how the losing streaks happen, but yeah, no, they're going to be on one for a while. They will never win.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just right now with Cal, I've watched a couple of his at-bats, not just from the highlights, but just like individual at-bats that you can watch on MLB.com. And it just doesn't feel like he's taking the same at bats that he took last year. I feel like he's rushing. I feel like he feels like he needs to make an impact right now, but he needs to just stay patient. He's getting out in front of balls that normally last year he was gapping into doubles or he was putting over the fence. So like, I feel like he needs to settle in a bit, and I'll be fair to him too. Julio's getting paid a whole lot of money to do what now? Seriously,
we'll take a little bit of that money.
What are we paying Julio to do?
Not enough.
JD's going to need a job anyway.
I tell you, that's what I was doing. He's like, I mean, Pods ain't wrong.
Maybe you need to go and go coach Julio on how to. I don't know.
No, they ain't gonna let me out there. Well, they go, Grady, hit some fun. Go get out of here. No, they ain't gonna let me out there. No, I was gonna say they do need to do all that, but really, honestly, that's why I lit a cigarette. I was like, just hit the ball, boys. It's timing. Me and Bubba said that, I think, in the first episode. That's all baseball is.
Well, and I wonder how much of it is him feeling the pressure, maybe trying to do a little bit too much.
Oh, you doing
and the other side of that is the analytics in this game are incredible right now. That pitchers are going. He has trouble hitting the ball there, hitting this pitch, hitting this. Like, we're not going to give this man an opportunity to hurt us. We know.
Oh no, yeah, that day's come and gone, brother. No way you hitting on one off us this year.
He's back.
I hope so. How are you guys?
We're still here. We're talking
good.
about Cal Raleigh's slump and how we can help him.
B just got out of here. He's like, oh, I'm having issues. He's just watching WrestleMania. That's all.
No, I was having issues with the laptop. I'm back on my tablet, but yeah, WrestleMania is on. But yeah, Cal Raleigh is struggling to start the season, but I would say next Monday-ish, he'll probably get a good hitting streak going against the Twins. Well, I know you guys are talking about the Mets, 11-game losing streak. Well, that'll come to end this week because the Twins are flying out there today or tomorrow to play them. So
tomorrow, probably they just.
I don't know. They're still missing Soto.
Yeah, so what? Are they truly missing Soto? Anybody missing?
I think they said that he's got a hamstring strain.
I can't believe it took us till June to win 11 games last year. This team is built to lose. Don't worry, they're going to end up making the playoffs. Watch.
Well, I definitely do like that kid they got. I should call him kid because he's probably older, but Bradley is looking really good right now. So
Taj Bradley,
yeah. If him and
he's good.
Yeah, if him and Ryan can be healthy and solid, that'd be a nice 1-2 punch. Something the Twins haven't had in years.
I'm just going to throw the standings back up there for a second. We'll kind of go through all the teams. Shout out to the MLB for having a sweet website and letting us use it on our show. Not that they gave me permission or anything, but
they did. Don't worry, they did. Letters in the mail.
So AL East, Yankees, we're pretty used to seeing that up top there. Red Sox at the bottom with the Blue Jays. See, a little less surprised by the Red Sox as it feels like their organization is going to be going through some pretty massive changes over the next probably season or two. But Toronto, this team was just in the World Series. A little bit of a hangover there for a young team, you think, Shady?
Oh, yeah, same thing, I would say. I mean, and they got Bubba. He started off hot. Of course, he started off in teams not hot. He came from another team. So, yeah, it makes sense. Those long seasons, man. Short layover, right back
They lost. They lost Bo Bichette to the Mets.
Yep.
And then Springer got hurt again. And their pitching, besides Dylan Cease, you don't know what you're going to get on a night-to-night basis.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, Dylan Cease was supposed to pay off, but it's all right. That's the White Sox.
Former White Sox.
That's what I was going to say. It's the White Sox. He's doing great. Is he? Or are we just looking in the wrong spot? Is this just look good in the brown yard?
You guys think Tampa Bay will be able to keep from imploding at some point this season and make a run for the playoffs? I know early to tell, but they're hanging right with the Yankees here early season.
I'd say 0 chance.
Well, I have to see Tampa Bay play the Yankees first for like a important series.
And the thing, don't forget, guys, Tampa Bay and Oakland's without a home. So those guys make the playoffs. What are they going to do to get those crowds in there? I mean,
in the words of Joe Dirt, a home is where you make it.
Yeah.
Well, if they make the playoffs, they're probably going to find the biggest baseball field, whether that's college or minor league, that they have there in the Tampa area and use that for the postseason. And they'll probably do the same thing for the Athletics there in Sacramento.
Why don't you just go across? Don't they still have a team in Miami?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, nobody's going to their games either. Yeah. Between the night.
Speaking of that, let's go to the NL East.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll just keep cruising. Well, obviously AL Central here. Cleveland, Minnesota hanging in there playing 500 ball. And then you got your bottom feeders, the White Sox and the Royals. Shout out to Pod's other team, which is unfortunate because those are like the two teams that I'm closest to go catch a game, and neither one of them are going to be very good most of the season. I'm a little disappointed in that. Maybe I'll make it to Chicago once this year. I got to go last year. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Look at this division, though. Look at the AL West.
That's a mess.
That is a tight division.
No team like running away with anything. 500 ball is the top of it. So yes, it's close, but it's like watching the crabs with one arm fight each other, right? Like they only got one pitcher, but there's 7 of them in a bucket together. So it's entertaining, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if there was one good team in this league, in that division, they'd probably be running away with it. I really like this. You guys like this?
Yeah, I'm cool.
I love that.
I'm cool with that. They are
great with that. I hope they stay there.
Every year.
Moving to the NL East.
Look at this.
Touched on it a little bit. Atlanta Braves on a tear right now. What is their current winning streak? 8-2 in their last 10. Looking pretty strong down there. Feel like the Braves are going to get back to championship form this year. Shady, how are you feeling about it?
Right now we're feeling good. I mean, we don't have any pitching. I mean, it's 1-2 right now. Phillies are up 2-1 on us right now in the 4th. I mean, the Braves are good. We got a good offense. Like Austin Riley's finally coming together. All them guys are signed through 2029. So, I mean, it's not like there's anything to worry about. But
Olsen's starting to put bat on ball again.
Yeah, he just out here just Louisiana hacking it. He looks like a daggone Southern fed Georgia boy again. So, yeah, I mean, everything is right.
It works, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's looking good.
I'll tell you who my MVP for the Atlanta Braves is, though.
Who?
and that's Michael Harris the second.
Everybody loves Michael Harris. I love Michael Harris. But yeah. Well, he homered to right field. He's the reason it's 2-1 right now. So there you go. There's your boy.
And we talked a little bit about it. My Cubbies obviously down there at the bottom of that NL Central.
God,
but
look at
2
that
games
division.
separated. I think it's going to be tough. You're probably looking at least one of your wild cards, if not possibly both, coming from that division. When you kind of scan the rest of the NL, of course, these 2 teams in here, right, going to be battling it. So you're going to have some. So I mean, this is pretty much we're looking here at the NL playoff picture.
9-1.
You're gonna have 4 teams essentially from this division, possibly a fit. How are I don't even keep up enough to know how do they structure the wild card and the playoffs now? How many teams get in
after the first? Like whoever wins the division, those all get into the
right. So you have 3 division winners.
Yeah.
Does a league? Is there a bye for anyone?
Yeah, so going off of last year's, the number 1 seed
14
gets to bye for each division or each conference. Then 2 will play 6. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not right. Oh, wait a minute here.
It's like 14 of them because there's like 2 sides. That'd be 12 plus 2 wild cards.
Okay, so yeah,
I think
so
it's 7 on each side.
Yeah. The 1 and 2 seed gets to bye from each side. The 4 will play the 5, 3 will play the 6, and they move on from there.
So that's the wild card.
Yeah, the wild card round. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So then that's 7 teams you said on each side.
Yep.
So it's just top 7 teams, or it's division winners and then 3 wild cards?
Top 7 teams.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
That's nuts.
Interesting. So yeah,
NL
7
Central's
teams. You're
tight.
looking at Braves. Right now, if the playoffs ended today, it'd be Braves, Reds, Dodgers, Padres, Cardinals, Pirates. And you see one, probably only going to get 1 NL East team.
So right now, if you go to the wild card standings in the ESPN for the National League, Padres, Cardinals, Pirates, and Diamondbacks with the Cubs and Brewers a half a game back.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's
so yeah,
insane.
3 division winners and 4 wild card teams.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's insane tight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be wild. It's there. I think it's made it more interesting for sure in that regard, because you have Arizona, like I said, could win 95 games and be on the outside.
People
looking
forget,
in.
but Arizona just went to the World Series like 3 or 4 years ago
Yeah.
A good team
against the Rangers. Like they were there. So
crazy. Yeah. Then that NL West is just wild. So it's going to be great. I'm glad we decided to start a baseball show this year. Shout out to B for suggesting it because I love this game so much. I know it sounds like I don't know anything about it, but it's just because everything moves so damn fast and I have a life. And I really notoriously, I only follow one team, right? When it comes down to what my MLB season looks like, it was, how are the Cubs doing? I don't have ESPN. I don't pay for cable. I don't do any of that stuff. And I don't care enough about the rest of the league to keep up with that thing, which is why I kind of wanted to start my own network, right? That's why the Scene Project Sports Network exists. And beyond just the top teams in there, I've been talking to a lot of lower leagues that have MLB players playing in them that we're courting about providing some coverage for in the same essence. Now, whether it's on this show or we're creating a show that is specific to those leagues, right? I don't really care what the talent level is. I just love the game of baseball. And it's no different. B, I know you're watching WrestleMania right now, but a few weeks ago you were at a independent promotion, right? Watching. I know you are, the Midwest Wrestling.
Yep. Midwest All-Star Wrestling.
Below Zero Wrestling out of North Dakota. Good friends with Nick Stokey and those guys up there. We don't care. We're just looking to find our home and our people inside of the sports that we love. And I think that's sometimes what gets lost on a lot of YouTubers and creators that are out there that are just looking to, oh, well, I have to cover the MLB team or nobody will care. And that's not necessarily true, right? Like, people are here because they enjoy our banter and Shady's wit and B's, everyman to it. And everybody just loves to hate on the Dodgers. So we appreciate having Bob on the show. So we get to do that and to have someone to give a little shit to. But that's really what, to me, that this this whole creation thing has been about. It is just about having an excuse to talk ball. Most of us are talking with a friend on Snapchat or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking with people about sports. Why not just do it live on StreamYard and let it ride and see what happens?
I'll be honest, boys.
Yeah.
You guys are the only people I talk sports with, because I have no, and this is going to sound so sad, I have no friends out here in California.
Oh, it's all right, Pods. We're going to
I really don't, besides my wife.
What
That's
about
usually a safe bet.
So, like, I have no one.
That's a safe
I'm in
bet.
Southern Cal.
Oh, Cal, okay.
I'm in Beverly, man.
Like
I'm just in
Southern Cal on
Beverly.
the beach. He's like Southern Cal out in the desert.
Yeah, high desert area.
Well, there's not
Because,
gonna
like,
be
I want to talk golf and baseball with Shady. Me and Bubba, we shoot the shit. But B, I didn't know you were a professional wrestling fan. I'm a huge professional wrestling fan.
Oh, I'll send you some pictures. I grew up watching wrestling from probably when
I've been watching wrestling since I was 5 years old.
Yeah, no, I probably started watching. My mom always told me, she took me to some local shows here with her mom, so my grandma. Grew up watching it. Me and my son go all over Minnesota for Mid All-Star Wrestling or any show that we get. I more do it just because it brings back my childhood. But the promotion that we follow the most typically brings in some legends. So I'm trying to meet them. And, like Saturday, matter of fact, 25th, we'll be in Woodbury meeting Barry Windham. So that'll be cool. May 2nd, Mick
Bray
Foley.
Wyatt's dad.
Yep. No, Bray Wyatt's uncle.
Uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Cause yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I love.
I will say this: you boys, you guys know what you like when it comes to sports. We can talk. We can shoot the shit.
Oh.
Like, for me, like, I know this is baseball, but I just want to get this wrestling bit. Did you see what happened to Cody Rhodes' eye?
Oh.
Yeah.
They pulled him out of the meet and greets today because of his eye. So, not looking good.
Oh, yeah. Tell them it's not real, right? Oh, yeah. He's back. We'll bring him back. I might have booted him out. My cat doesn't like you, Pods. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. She loves you. She hasn't met you yet, but she likes you. No, and I love it. So we got a wrestling show on the network already called Beyond the Bell that our co-host Boo Boo, who we're trying to get back into the fold. I told him to reach out to you and everything today and talk about getting that going. Be cool to bring that out as a weekly. I know he's been doing interviews over there for a while. He's got to interview a bunch of wrestlers and to get that going again. So I'm excited, man. The network continues to grow, and I got to thank you guys for believing in what I've been building over here and the incredible amount of effort that it takes to keep everything going. And we're on the verge of making this thing really work as a true network. And then that's why I've been reaching out to so many different leagues, right? It's like, we just need something to talk about. I think we've proven that we have the ability to produce the shows and have enough knowledge to bring it out, to interview coaches and different things like that. And this is how people are consuming content right now, right? Yep. Like these style of shows on StreamYard and stuff are how people are watching. It's how a lot of pros are doing. I just watched Trey Wingo earlier today, right? Like, he's got his own little YouTube show, probably produced on StreamYard, right? Like, we're all doing the same thing. And it's just a matter of, like, can you bring in enough people that like you as people and your crew to go? And it really kind of a throwback to the early days of ESPN, right? Where it was a startup. You were looking for anything you could cover. They were covering all kinds of crazy, sporting events and just looking for something to talk about. And that's where we find ourselves. And we're really, willing to take those swings and to get out there, take our cuts, right? Like you're never going to hit a home run if you just stand up there and watch all the pitches go by waiting for the perfect one. Like put the bat on the ball to get all the baseball references and cliches out here in one shot. And see what happens, right? Put the ball in play.
Yeah. Swing hard in case you hit it.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's the thing, is something I lost track when I was younger and just got, I don't know, my teenage kicked in on me and just didn't care. But just follow your dreams. I mean, this is a chance for us to do what we want. So going out to all the young kids, my son especially, don't give up. Just keep following those dreams. Like, Shady said, keep swinging. Something will hit.
Great.
Like, and to Brandon's point, I wouldn't be getting up at 8, I wouldn't be getting up at 7 in the morning, my time, to get ready for an 8 in the morning show on a Saturday morning if I didn't love doing this.
Yeah.
With you guys. So,
which shout out to you. You did an awesome job running. I know I'm producing the show, but really requiring you to do all of the homework. I can watch a few highlights coming in 5 minutes before the show. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am a crammer, right? Like I am not going to do my homework all week. I'm going to come in, I'm going to study for 3 minutes before we take the test. And then I'm going to jump in there and rely on my instincts. Okay. That's how we've gotten this far in the first place, doing everything else. It was funny. We had a comment, somebody on one of the shorts they commented on our video doing the mock draft last year. And they were like, this is the most painful thing to listen to. Like, how do you guys not know any of these players? And it's like, hey, bro, do you not know who the fuck I am and what I do during the week? Like, I'm busy. This is the 18th show that I've done this week, so I don't have time to cruise every single, database of players out there. But if you can give me a profile real quick, I'll make a decision. And that's what's funny is that, like, the end of his comment, he's like, I love the pick, but like, what the hell are you guys doing that you don't know any of these people and you have your own show?
He loved the pick, just not the way you got there.
Yeah.
Just shows you like, you're doing all this homework and wasting your life away studying when I made better picks than you did, showing up and taking the test. Literally, when I took my ACTs, we don't have the SATs here in South Dakota. We're the ACTs in the Midwest. I showed up without a calculator.
I love these stories.
Probably hungover. We were probably smoking weed in the parking lot before we went in there. I got a fucking 25. I got a 25 on it, which is like good enough to get scholarships for academics.
Not bad.
I got a 32 on like the reading and comprehension stuff. So like I'm good, but that's probably what's kept me from being like great at anything, because of those moments where I'm like, well, I showed up smoking a joint like Grady. I show up puffing a joint with a beer in my hand of fucking get a B+. And I'm like, that's good enough. Most people got to try really hard to do that well. And, it is. It doesn't mean that I probably could have tried a little bit harder and been a, A+. But I was never going to be a rocket scientist. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah. It's a good time to remind us, our student athletes, listen, guys, just because you can throw this little thing or hit it a long ways, Let's stop doing some shenanigans in the parking lot before the ACT and the SAT. All right, we got to go to college, unless you're applying to Wake Forest where they don't care. And shout out to Winston-Salem for being.
See, I knew my sports
Also
career
Florida.
was over, right? Like I was just going, and literally I got to school. I went from like the most beautiful part of the South Dakota out in the Black Hills, grew up in the mountains. National Forest was my backyard. Like thousands and thousands of acre of just woods. And I moved out to the middle of the cornfields in like northeastern border of South Dakota. That's where South Dakota State is, Jackrabbits. And winter came like 2 weeks after I got there. I had no car. I'm walking to class. I was just like, no, this ain't working. And then I read Jack Kerouac's On the Road, where he's just literally hitchhiking around the country, hanging out, being a vagabond. And I was like, that sounds way better. Way better. I'm just gonna go do that. There was nothing.
You were walking through the snow and you were like, fuck this.
Come out, dog. Come out. Get me out of here. I'm gone. And I spent a good 4 years doing that, selling magazines door to door for a time, playing my guitar on Venice Beach for 3 months, living that dream, man. And eventually, you have kids and you get a little older, and sleeping in ditches at 25 doesn't look as good as when you're 19, right? It's not as much.
That's why we got to get a shed for Shady.
Yeah. Shady shed. That might become a bit on here, actually. Shady shed. I'm gonna have new graphics made up for next week.
How long can
dude, I'm gonna have it in my shorts. I'm gonna be like, I need likes and subscribe so we can get Shady his shed.
I like this. Dog, I had 130 subscribers just playing MLB. I don't know how many I want to get. I don't like this. How long am I gonna be in the shed? Is it worth just making money so I live in a shed? I don't think so, guys.
We need more. We need videos of you in the shed daily, going out there like, yeah.
Open up the doors to peek out. Hey guys, I'm still here. Closes them.
No, if Shady, brother,
can't come out until they win another World Series, guys. I've been alive since '95, and the last one was 2021. I don't know if I can make it.
Yeah, the Braves should have won a few more.
This is Shady in the shed right here.
Shady in the shed.
Can't do it, bro. I need a flashlight. We don't have electricity. Yeah.
Oh, this has gone completely
Shady.
off the rails. This is 789. I'm so grateful for you, boys. I love it, man. It's not just a chance to talk baseball. And it's early season, man. I'm not following all this.
There's not much to talk about early season.
You guys want in-depth real sports coverage. You know where to get it. We're just hanging out, talking ball and life and how it goes together. We have.
But I actually do have a question to ask our pitcher on the staff here. Let me pull up the game because I want to know his reaction here.
Shady hasn't thrown a pitch in 20 years.
But I'm just wondering, okay, so it was the Cleveland-Baltimore game on Thursday night. The Cleveland pitcher, whose name is I can't pronounce his name, but he goes into the ninth, throwing a no-hitter, 2 walks, gives up a couple hits, gets pulled. Shady, would you have let? I mean, what would your mentality have been?
I would have pulled him after the first hit. That's my take.
I know some managers would, but I mean, you're throwing a gem, you give up a couple hits, you still end up winning 4-2. But I mean, as a pitcher, do you want to finish that game? I mean, finish what you started?
Well, okay. I think I remember seeing the highlight for this. So homie was out there. He did have a perfect game. And I believe this was like one of his, if not his first start. I think this was like his first start. So, I mean, of his career or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah. See if you can find that. But I think that was his first ever start.
Oh, no. He's on 3-0. So this was his third start this year, at least.
This is his first season of work, though.
I think so, yeah. So,
yeah.
I don't know. He kind of got in a jam there. I kind of can understand that one. Because, it wasn't necessarily that he couldn't get out of it or anything. Yeah. I think it was just like how new he was.
Okay.
And more or less like, can we afford how much confidence can we afford to lose in the kid right now? If he's already here, let's just get him. Let's just pat his back till he feels good about this and get him in the hotel. We'll remind him, like,
right?
We'll feed him a little bit. You'll pitch again in 4 days, buddy. You did great.
And you take the possibility of him getting shelled out of it, too. Yeah. So he's coming away with, like, hey, I did my best. It took until the 9th inning to figure out my stuff.
Well, I'll be real with you. As a man, just pitcher, one thing. Manager's idea, if this is a new guy, you don't have scouting report on this guy. There is no way I'd leave that kid in 9 innings, any in the regular season. Until we get to the postseason, if I know he's got good stuff, who the hell cares if they see it or I'm keeping that a secret.
Yeah.
So he won't go 9 innings if I'm the
AKA
manager.
The Dodgers with Robleski.
Well, and honestly, I gotta give the Dodgers credit last year, or Yotomoto or whatever his name is. That guy just wanted to go out there and pitch. I mean, he's just like, I don't care. Throw me out there.
Yeah, Yoshi's just a madman.
But that dog.
But yeah, no, and that's one thing I think baseball's missing is just that killer instinct of the pitchers, like Blackjack Morris, Randy Johnson, that they just wanted the ball. Burt Blylev and Nolan Ryan. Just give me the ball and go do my thing. Yeah.
Oh,
Scherzer chilling in that game with the Red Sox, right? The bloody sock game, and you talk about the ultimate competitor, right? I don't think that you don't have that a lot in this league anymore, and just really in life you don't have it because the talent level behind these guys is so much greater than it used to be as well, right? Like your staffs are much deeper, the talent's there. There's not one guy in the pen that throws 100. There's 6, right?
Yeah.
Analytics are playing a big part in it. We've talked about that before.
I have one thing to add too.
All right.
And Shady, you may or may not agree with me, but I feel like there's less pitchers in the MLB and more throwers nowadays.
No, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's one of the main reasons, too, that you don't get guys like Maddox, like Clemens.
I don't know that I don't know that you'll ever have another Maddox. Like, if you don't have velocity, you're not pitching in this league. Right? Yeah. Like if you're not throwing mid 90s and can ramp it up there, maybe there's a few outliers. I know that, for the Cubs, we have Ibanaga, but he can ramp it up there if he wants to. He can throw that 95, 96 mile an hour heater. He just kind of chooses not to. It's a lot of that 92 cutter with you got to be able to make it move though. Right. Yeah. And I think that's more, you have to be able to throw low 90s with movement. Or you're not doing it. Like you'll never,
unless your name's Matt Waldron and you're a knuckleballer.
Screw that guy.
I was going to ask that. Is there a knuckleball pitcher still in the league?
That should have been. You should have been throwing knuckleballs, not curveballs. You might still be in the league.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll say this: like throwers and pitchers. Like I agree with you on that, but like I think what I kind of hear there is like the whole Maddox idea, and there was some other ones, but like those were like game managers, people who like they just had a whole different idea. Like when we were growing up, once again, this is like the age of numbers and how fast, what's the spin rate, how can you get it moving, stuff like that. We grew up on stories. I remember hearing the stories of how the curveball was invented. Everybody had a different story. Y'all got any for how the curveball was invented?
I don't.
Oh.
Supposedly,
I got one about how the fastball was invented.
Okay, well, this one supposedly the curveball is the guy was he was traveling around like a part of like a sideshow with like just one of those things, but his whole gig was he could hit something that was behind a tree, so they'd stick an object behind a big tree and he would curve the ball around the tree and it would hit the object. So people would try to make it, and stuff, and he would continue to hit it. So I was like, can you really do it? So I remember standing at a nursery, like, while my dad's softball games were going on, trying to do that. And it actually works to an extent. It kind of does teach you how to throw that wrinkled curveball. But getting to the point of, like, where you're going to throw it, how you're going to throw it, and everything, they do train that. But, like, thinking on the fly, judging where they're at, seeing where their stance is. Like nobody's Pete Rosing it in the batter's box. Nobody's Barry Bondsing it in the batter's box anymore. Like they are, but they're not. What I mean by that is like they don't know where their hands coverage, all this. They don't know all that. Like you're not Barry Bonds. You're not Tony Gwynn. You're not. Those guys just had a different understanding. They come from standing out there playing and being with their hands and, not looking at those digitized screens of this is your spin rate and this and that arm angle. Hook me up with more nodes and stuff. No, let's not.
No, they just went out there. They put a jersey on and said, all right, I'm going to put you in the dirt now.
I mean,
that's how they did it.
They raced motorcycles and shotguns with Remington. That's how the Bob Feller speed tests were done. It was against a Remington rifle.
Yeah. Now, I had a quick story about how the fastball was invented. And my mama, she used to play softball competitively in high school.
Okay.
And she told me, she's like, I think I was like 8 at the time. And my mom was like, hey, baby, you know how the fastball was invented? I'm like, no, Mom, how? You see, Dad made me mad, so I tried throwing a plate at him as hard as I could. And I realized, if I do this with a ball, I might be really good.
I have a feeling
And that's how my mom got into softball, because her and my dad got in a fight one time. She accidentally threw a plate at him as hard as she could.
Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen.
And my dad, as the story goes, my dad turns around and goes, "Babe, I know you're pissed at me, but I was really good. You should try playing softball or baseball."
The rest is history.
Rest is history.
Well, I think that's a great place to end the show. We'll let B get back to WrestleMania if it's still going on.
It's still going on. They're getting the main event ready right now.
Let's go.
Who won the 6-man ladder?
Penta retained.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We'll let these boys go back to watching WrestleMania. And we will see you guys with a full recap on Beyond the Bell later this week with our guy, Boo Boo. Appreciate you boys. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Thanks to all the people tuning in. If it was your first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give us a like. We appreciate it. We'll have a bunch of shorts from this episode coming out. Keep watching the ball. Keep hanging with us. We're going to keep finding our footing with the show. This is only the 3rd episode that we've done lifetime, and we didn't really come in with like a whole lot of pre-planning before we did it. So we'll be adding segments during the year and really
Shady Shed.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently we're doing that.
Shady Shed.
Well, that would be like, I feel like that could be a cool segment to be like, what young pitcher is coming out? Like, what young pitcher did we see during the week that is going to make a name for themselves? So we're going to give Shady some homework while he's sitting at the
You
dealership.
could make
Not
that
the
into a
bullpen. It's not the bullpen. I'm going back to the bullpen again. Fine. It's the Shady Shed now. I'm fine. I'll stay down there. Hello? Get Roger up. Go.
I love it.
Rick Vaughn?
Come on. Ricky.
Oh, gonna be great. Well, fellas, have a great night tonight. We got a lot of great content coming for you. Mock Draft 2.0 on Vikings United happening on Tuesday night. That's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody's invited to dip in for that one. We had a great time running it on the show live last Tuesday. I know it's late for you, Shady, but if you don't get your ass kicked too bad on Tuesday at work, you're more than welcome to come join us. Pods, it's easy for you, man. It's even early. It's only 6 o'clock on the West Coast for that one. So feel free to come in. Tell us if we're doing it right. And then, more great content coming from everywhere. Obviously, we'll be back on Saturday morning with the Scratch Project, Saturday Cut Line, taking a look at the tournament of the week, giving you a little recap on Thursday, Friday, and then moving into the weekend. Storylines will be following in the PGA. Obviously, we got huge news coming out from Live Golf. You got something there, Pods?
Yeah. So I was just going to say, I'd really like for people to just pay attention to Live and what comes out, because I really do think here in the next 60 to 90 days, really realistically by the end of August, early September, we'll know whether or not they're going to be around for the 27 season.
Oh.
Yeah, they might be canceling. Their biggest
because I misspoke on the Scratch. I misspoke on the Cut Line. I said that they lost $500 million from the PIF. It was closer to $500 billion.
Wow.
Yeah, their whole investor.
Because that's how they were funding the big contracts for your ROMs and stuff, and then that's also how they were getting some of these venue deals, the sound systems, the music, graphics,
it was paying all
everything.
the production fees too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I misspoke.
Well, you know
it was
what?
closer
We
to
will take $500,000, and we can really make some cool stuff happen. You want to see me do some cool shit? Drop a big pile of money on me, and we can throw ourselves a party. I've been doing that for a long time. Danielle says no excuses, Shady.
Get back in your shed.
We'll see you in the shed.
Well, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Stay dialed in here to the Scene Project Sports Network. We got a ton of great content. This isn't all we do. We cover every major sport and a lot of other minor league and independent promotions as well. Lots of great stuff coming from professional wrestling into minor league baseball. I've covered high school football on the network as well. Got our coach on for a weekly show as well. So all kinds of great stuff.
If you're going to do professional wrestling, you better get me on that show.
I got you. I'm gonna create a new group chat tonight. Put Boo Boo, B, and you all together. You guys can have that. I will put Nick Stokey and some other people in there that we want to. I think we can grow something over there. I just I'm not in that world. I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. I really want to be the ringside announcer for when we start doing these feeds. But you got an update on the score tonight, Shady?
Oh, the Braves are up. Yeah, they're winning 4-2.
Yeah. See, no worries.
Yeah, we're good.
No worries.
All is right with the world when a Philadelphia team is losing.
Yeah.
No doubt. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Join us back here. We'll see you Tuesday. Mock Draft 2.0 on Vikings United and lots more great stuff all weekend. See you, boys.
See you guys.